Commercial Service Office here in Houston. On behalf of the City of Houston, the Greater Houston Partnership, and the Port of Houston and the Commerce Department, I welcome Minister Ergun to Houston, and I'm very happy that you're here. A lot of Houstonians are not aware that Houston is the #2 exporting city in the United States, only behind New York, so you've come to the right place to do business.
The Turkish community has been great when it comes to rendering aid and comfort to persons in need. And I want to thank you for what you have done to help the people of Haiti in a time of need. Please, let's give an expression of appreciation for Haiti, for Pakistan, for Katrina, for all of the many unfortunate circumstances that have beset people around the world that you have been involved in helping to make better. I am honored to be here with the minister today. This is my first opportunity to meet him. He tells me that he is going to visit multiple cities while in the United States of America, which is wonderful. But I have assured him that Houston will be his favorite when he's finished. And Mr. Minister, I want you to know that you're seated at a table with an august and important group of persons. I shall not mention all of them, but it would be remiss of me to come to an event of this type, of this magnitude, and not speak of one who happens to represent our Chamber of Commerce by another name. In Texas, we're different. We do things in a big way, and we do them in unlike the way others may be doing things. In Texas, in Houston, Texas, the preeminent Chamber of Commerce from Houston, Texas is called the Partnership. And I'm honored to tell you that the head of the partnership, the Honorable, well, actually, let me restate that. The head of the partnership, not here, but the head of the Port Authority is here. We have a Port Authority that is a vibrant part of our community, and the head of the Port Authority is with us, the Honorable James Edmonds. Would you give Jim a big expression of appreciation? A real good friend, and helps us with a lot of our projects in the 9th Congressional District. I'm also honored to know that there are SBA representatives probably around the room. If you're with the SBA, the Small Business Administration, would you kindly stand so that I may give you a special expression? Let's hear it for the SBA representatives, one at the table with me. And of course, we have the honor of having a newly elected city council person who hit the ground running, who's doing an outstanding job, who is business oriented, and wants to be of service to the total community. Of course, I speak of none other than my friend, Council Member Al Hung. Please, let's hear it for Al. Now, friends, I will do 2 additional things, maybe 3. I have to recognize the president of this organization, an organization that has taken on the challenge of helping persons in this country to better serve persons who want to do business with our country. And of course, the president is here. And Mr. President, I thank you for being here. Mr. Yaka, would you please let me announce that you're here? And let's give him a big expression as well. 2 things to do now, quickly. And I try to adhere to protocol to the extent that I can, but given that I'm on the ballot, sometimes I will use 2 words where 1 will do. But today, I do want to acknowledge the chamber, this chamber, for what it is doing, because you are now a facilitator for persons desiring to do business in this country. You know how business is best perfected within this country, and with your good offices, you can facilitate business with persons not only in Turkey, but around the world. You can make a difference in the amount of trade that the United States of America can perfect with other countries around the world. For this, I salute you. I also salute you for your ability to act as, to some extent, a negotiator, helping persons with some of the business interests that they may have, helping them to acquire proper credentials. I think this is important. And finally, you're also in the business of education, facilitation, negotiation, and education. Education in the sense that you educate people about the protocols. The protocols are always important in the business world. It's amazing how one minor mishap in protocol can be a major faux pas when it comes to international trade and international business. You provide the protocols and the intelligence for persons such that they can fit right in this Texas environment where we have our own way of doing business, and I'm appreciative that you have allowed the Texas environment to become a part of what you do, but not to the extent that it prevents you from helping persons across the length and breadth of the planet. So for these reasons, I am honored today to present a certificate of special congressional recognition to be presented to the Texas Turkish American Chamber of Commerce in honor of your 2010 luncheon. And I ask that the appropriate persons come forward so that I may kindly present this certificate. And as I do it, friends, I want you to know that I have had a great relationship in this city with the Turkish community. The Turkish community is a part of the fiber and fabric of the Houston community, and I want to continue to serve you in the Congress of the United States of America. I thank you for the many things that you have done to make life better in Houston, and I salute you today with this certificate, which will be among the many that I have already given and will be giving to this community for its outstanding service. Let's hear it again for the Turkish community and for the Chamber. As I indicated, one faux pas can make a major difference in your life. I failed to acknowledge the Consular Corps and all of the many persons who are here representing many parts of the world. So this is my attempt to do that which I should have done, and hopefully do it as well as I should have done it. To these members, I beg that we ask that they stand, if you would, please, if you don't mind, just so that I may suggest that we give them a special expression of appreciation for being here with us. All of the members of the Corps. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
It is also my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, who is not only a great friend and proponent of Houston. I look to Jim Edmonds as a friend and a mentor. You know, he's the chairman of the Port of Houston. The port contributes a great deal to the area economy, and I can think of no one better and have so much honor to introduce as Jim because of his dedication not only to the port but to the community.
Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate that, and I always appreciate Congressman Green. We are very, very blessed in Houston in a variety of ways, but two that I'll mention. One is that our bipartisan congressional delegation works steadfastly for the port each and every day, and that translates into our ability to work with you and to help you. Secondly, he mentioned the other consul generals here, and I don't know what the Port of Houston would be like without all of you. You're great friends, you're great trade representatives, and we work closely together to make sure that the port grows, but that your respective business communities grow. And one of the observations I have about Houston is that it has a strength that few other cities have, and that is that there are groups from around the world, and I think the Turkish community may be the very first, who have come together as a business organization, and you have formed a Chamber of Commerce, and you have worked closely with the Houston business community and the Texas business community to make sure that trade between your business communities and the Port of Houston and the state of Texas and the city of Houston grows, and I thank you very much for that. I'm here today on behalf of Jeff Mosley, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Greater Houston Partnership. Jeff couldn't be with us today, and he sends his regrets, and I know very much that he would like to be here because he too is a strong friend and advocate of what you do. We are very honored that His Excellency Nihat Ergun, the Minister of Trade and Industry for the Republic of Turkey, is here. And sir, welcome to you again. Let me also welcome the delegation members that have joined the Minister on his first trip to Houston. And like the Congressman said, I'm sure it will be your favorite stop and not your last trip to Houston. But I'd like to take a moment to also welcome the Honorable Akil Oktum, the Consul General of Turkey in Houston, whom I do know and whom I have a great